This is a quick demonstration of an exercise I used recently, which was very powerful. I'll keep things moving around because there's nothing more boring than watching a static piece of paper or whatever. And what it's about is about giving feedback. It's also about showing how important it is to use certain specific skills, in this case, in the precise area of handling and managing difficult conversations. Now, I didn't want to do a terribly dull, this is what you do to manage difficult conversations exercise. I wanted to make it interactive, and I wanted also for a group of people that work together and are a real team, I wanted it to be an opportunity to give feedback to each other on how well these specific elements of what it takes to manage difficult conversations well involves. So what do? There is a written task brief for this, and if you want that, get in touch with me. I'll send that on to you. And what the task brief basically says is that you will be given 20 cards. Here are the 20 cards. They're not necessarily in order. I haven't got 20 of them. I'm only using 5 or 6 for demonstration purposes. The 20 cards are as highlighted and as written on this sheet, which everybody gets. So what they do is this. You take your cards. Here are some examples of them. And on each card, you, excuse me, in one corner, write the name or the initials of the person in the group who you feel should receive that card from you. And in another part of the card will be your name or your initials, so that the person knows, there's no anonymity here, who the card came from. So what we've got is something really powerful, and it really worked well. I was ever so pleased with it, because once you've explained the process, and it does take a bit of explanation, you then get to a point where people have got a stack of 20 cards in front of them. 20 is what I've used. You can use 10, you can use 50, whatever you think. 50 is too many. And you've got these cards, and the cards say really powerful things, like this person interrupts too often. This person is the most skilled in thinking and finding solutions in the moment, a very important skill when handling difficult conversations. This person needs to be more calm and controlled during difficult conversations. I could go on, I am going on. This person is the best listener in the room. So in other words, there's positive statements and there's things that point out that are being done imperfectly. It's about balance. So each person in turn then reads out a card. So you might say, this person is the best listener in the room. I think it helps to have them all in the same order, because once a card has been read out, it then is the cue for each of the rest of the people in this group, and I use this with a group of 7, to issue their card that says, for instance, this person is the best listener in the room. It could easily have otherwise said, this person interrupts too often. This person needs to have more difficult conversations. You get the drift. It's about 2 things. The value of giving feedback on what people have seen and observed in relation to this, but also it covers a lot of really useful content material. They're doing this for themselves. They're not being told it. They're generating the learning material, and I like that. So the cards are issued. Boom, 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 boom. And what that means is that after each round, people get a different number of cards issued to them. I saw this happen. One person got, this person interrupts too often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Wow. Now that's a powerful statement. That says basically the people in the room feel you, the person who received this, interrupts too often. I couldn't have made that point any other way. I couldn't have said, hey, I've seen you interrupt too often. The point being made by the people in the room, the colleagues of that person, matters much more. Now, it isn't about causing discomfort. It's also about giving positive feedback. It could be, there I go again, it could be that everybody in the room has given this card. This person is the best listener in the room to the same person, or they could be spread to different people. But if they were concentrated in this way, that's very positive feedback for somebody in the room to be given. And in my perception, this is very often a surprise. I didn't know that's how you saw me. That's not how I see myself. So whatever balance of cards that people get is feedback which is credible and which is observed and which is seen by their own colleagues in the room. It was powerful. It worked well. I was very pleased with it. And like I say, if it's of interest, do let me know and I'll be very happy to help you further. Do have a look at my other feedback activities on YouTube. I think you might find those useful too. I'm always happy to help fellow practitioners. So do get in touch if I can help further.